Good morning, or what's left of it. Actually, I think it's afternoon. I don't know. I'm in a time warp here in Casterville. Well, we're having problems with our poplar. Nothing that isn't out of the ordinary because of the time of the year. Things are very, very dry, and the wood has a mind of its own, and it tends to accentuate things as far as stresses in the wood and whatnot. I had in the video a couple videos ago where we were flattening and we were working with the joiner. Well, everything was straight and flat, and came back a couple of days later and it wasn't straight and flat. This wood's kind of going everywhere. So I checked the moisture content. It's at 6%, which is, perfectly acceptable. And started checking boards, ones that I could save, and I've jointed them and re-ripped them so that they're within tolerance. So hopefully they stay in tolerance. It's just the nature of dealing with wood. So anywho, so I was smart enough on this project to buy some backup wood, and the backup wood even went bananas on me. In fact, I had to take one back and swap it out, and then I had one that was definitely workable and in the ballpark. So this is my backup board here, and I ran that through the joiner, and then had me a really nice straight edge, and went in to take it to the table saw to parallel up the opposing edge. And you can just see the stress in the board. The board went like this. And now the off-fall side and the piece that I wanted has a 1/4 inch crown in it, which really stinks, really stinks. So I had to talk with my supplier. And honestly, it's just one of those no man land kind of things that, it is what it is. It's one of those things. You just have to smile and keep chugging away. But anyway, the point of this little video was to try and capture the pressure on this board. So hopefully, you'll be able to see it. I've jointed on this guy, and let's see, where is it? Looks like this is the jointed side. Okay, so we're pretty darn flat. Take that. Okay, we're ready to rock. Got our fence, got our jointed edge, and see how nice that is against there. Now what you want to look for in this is look right about here, and hopefully if what I think is going to happen is going to happen. What happened on the first board that I ripped off of this, it basically went like this, where it should just be a straight cut. But the pressure, when the blade hit the wood, the release of pressure. So let's just see. Let's quit talking about it and do it. Yeah, see that? See how that's opening up? That's not what you want. That is not cool. That makes more work for me. But what this is causing me to do is I have to do what I just did, let the lumber acclimate again, and then start milling on it, flattening it. So it's causing me to jump through a few hoops. 16th inch crown in this board now, whereas it's not good. It's not good, and it bowed a little bit more. The bow is more pronounced as well. So we're gonna let this thing go bananas. And keep in mind, this board has been acclimating in my shop. It's been acclimating here for 2 weeks. So it's just part of it's the time of the year and everything being so dry, and part of it is poplar. There's just so many factors at play. You would think, oh, But what the point of all this is you need to eliminate these variables now when you have a project. Because if I start to put this together, every other part of the process is going to be affected, and it's just going to be this pile-on effect to where you're probably going to end up with a door that's like that. Well, here we are. Hey, friends. It's the next day. It's Saturday. After trying to figure out, really scratching my head as to what I needed to do with this wood. It's not bad wood. It's just more or less accounting for what's happening with the wood. So I reevaluated after talking with my supplier. And so you're like, well, what's the takeaway from this? Well, the takeaway really is you have to be in tune with what's going on with your wood. The minute you ignore that is the minute that your project is going to go wrong. This just caused me to slow down a little bit, and I'm sure the customers are kind of tapping their foot. But if I milled this without going through this a second time and looking at what's going on, the doors that I would deliver would start off on the bad foot and probably just get worse. These doors are going to move. They're bifold doors, so there's nothing that's going to keep these edges that come together. So that's going to move, but it has to start from a good place. But I took these out of the clamps, I straightened everything, and then before I left yesterday, I clamped this to my bench, and everything has stayed really straight, and I'm really pleased. After all of this mental gyration and worry, I think we're there. So just be, whether you're building a wall and buying 2x4s from the lumberyard, or buying S3S lumber from your hardwood supplier and milling it and planing it and all that jazz. Just because you start with a straight board doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to end up with a straight board. So anyway, I just thought I wanted to kind of stick this in between and just let you know what the prognosis is, because we have to verify that this is going to work. So, and I think it is. I'm looking towards Monday as really exciting. We've got our rails, the router table's set up to run grooves. The radial arm saw is set up to run the tongues, and we're ready to rock. So anyway, just thought I'd pop in and say that. So cool. So anyway, I hope y'all are doing great. It's Friday. The weekend's coming. I don't know what's everybody got planned. We're definitely winning. The kindness army, the love army of kindness is gaining ground. We are taking over YouTube. I love it. It makes me feel so good. just to see everybody out there making content. And I mean, like I always say, if you're thinking about starting a channel, do it. There is no time like the present. It's a little cooler today. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much. It is just, it's just so nice to be able to do this and just have people be friendly and reach out, and it's just, again, I get speechless when I talk about it. I feel it in here though. I do. I feel it in here. And hey, 95 subscribers. Hopefully within the next 4, 5, 6 days, maybe week, we hit 100. Really excited about hitting 100. It's kind of a milestone. So anyway, take care. Be kind, everybody. Keep the love wagon rolling. Talk to you soon.